Reflections in crystal. Her heart laid bare, Reen appears to be at peace again. Well, I suppose it's time. Are you ready, Lavenza? All right, let's not keep the others waiting. And I want to say Reflections in Crystal is actually the last quest of the patch. Mistress Lavenza, I have but this moment shown your associates in. Strange to think that I will not have the honor of showing them out again. But I am informed that you yourself may yet return, and I look forward to welcoming you on that happy day. Now, if you would care to follow me. Finally, some different dialogue from him. In the spirit of solidarity, I bid you carry the vessels as if your life depended on it. Of course. How many times have we few assembled thus in this storied chamber? Many and more, I think. Were the Exarch standing before us, the scene would be complete. Nay, 'twould be complete were he standing before us with Emmett Selk smirking in the wings. Indeed. Indeed. I did not expect such a rousing farewell from the people. It was the very thing my spirits needed. Now all that remains is to return to the source. The 12 know we have made Kral and Tataru worry long enough. Angelo, that's the name. I was thinking about it last night, and I was like, what is his name? I was like, I knew it was something like Spanish or Italian sounding or something, you know, like Ricardo or Esteban or something. But I was like, that's not it. That's not it. Angelo. Angelo stands ready to work his magic on our souls. Since we cannot take our worldly goods with us, I want you to have my gunblade. Use it or sell it. It's all the same to me. So long as it serves you in some way, I will be satisfied. Thank you, Thancred. I'll treasure it. She's gonna, you know, keep it like, you know, but behind the door or something for home defense. Ah, there you are. I take it you are ready for the journey? The spirit vessels are primed and our company complete. At a word from you, we shall begin. Upon beginning the soul-imbuing ritual, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Let's do this. Very good. I shall distribute the vessels at once.
All right, then. Pray proceed as instructed, beginning with your memories.
The first step is complete, and all appeareth to be in order.
Well, that just leaves our souls, then. We're in your hands, Angelo.
It is done! The vessels have received of both their memories and their souls. I hereby entrust them to your care. They belong to you now. Just be sure to guard them well, yes?
Now I've got a keychain
This will work, won't it?
for each of my summer homes.
Our theories have held thus far. But I make no promises about what is to come. Even the greatest mages in history knew better than to transport a soul across the rift. We, my dear, are in unknown territory. Prepare as we might, we cannot account for all possibilities. And it is in such circumstances that accidents are wont to occur.
Ever the optimist.
Yet miracles do happen. So let us pray and will our friends home.
I said that
I
sarcastically,
won't
but
stop praying until I know they're safe.
All safely stowed away? I do hope so. All that remains then is to step into the mirror. Go now, and safe travels.
come running and kick the door open like a bat out of hell. I come bearing gifts. I was kind of half expecting, like, Thancred to die. You know, like they was just a hair too late. Which would have been interesting, tragic. But I think interesting. Had some real stakes to everything. Because that's one of the issues. There's just been a lot of fake outs. But supposedly they've told us that not to get too attached to the characters, I think, before Endwalker. Though that could be another fake out. And I certainly don't actually want to see any of the characters die.
Did it? Are we?
Oh, you're back. You're back. You're all back.
Thank you. My body feels like a sack of potatoes, but otherwise, I've never felt better. That said, I doubt any of us will be fit to travel for some while. May we leave the rest to you?
Yep. It's like, oh, shit, I forgot.
The vessel beareth our comrade's blood. With it in thy possession, the way will surely open before thee.
Now this is when she's running like a bat out of hell.
But you've only just got here.
Tataru, might I trouble you to brew us all a pot of your special tea? Ah, and we may require an extra cup.
Yours is a long road, my friend, and it stretches onto places beyond imagining. With your every step, these grand adventures shall grow more distant and faint. And there may come a day when you forget the faces and voices of those you have met along the way. On that day, I bid you remember this. That no matter how far your journey may take you, you stand where you stand by virtue of the road you walked to get there. For in times of hardship, when you fear you cannot go on, the joy you have known, the pain you have felt, the prayers you have whispered and answered, they shall ever be your strength and your comfort. This I hope, I believe, here at memory's end.
Some days later. This cutscene I've seen a bunch of times because I love watching other people's reactions to it. I mean, especially just because the amount of people that are just absolutely in love with Graha. I mean, I like him, but...
What is it, Alize? Are you all right? Do you still feel under the weather?
Physically, I couldn't be better. Thanks to Kryle's ministrations, I'm already looking forward to our next fight.
But seriously, don't you have anything to say about that?
I've been meaning to look up like what the origin of that pose is, because it seems to be super popular in Japanese stuff, but I don't know where from.
No less impressive than our garments. You've outdone yourself, Tataru.
To give credit where it's due, I had help from a certain fiery pixie who visited me in my dreams. They gave me all the information I needed to get the details just right. For your weapons, though, I needed a lot more help. Thankfully, our favorite heads of state were happy to place their finest craftsmen at my exclusive disposal. Oh, and speaking of the Alliance leaders, they all expressed their unreserved elation at your safe return, and promise to come and see you in person as soon as they can.
They really needn't have gone to such trouble. But we'll be keeping these gifts all the same. Do pass on our gratitude.
Grumpy Alize.
I realise we haven't taken up new martial arts, nor have I ever been one to set much store by appearances. But I can't help feeling a certain lack of, I don't know, personal development.
I quite understand. But as you observed, the others had the more pressing need. Rest assured, our turn will come.
Well, his. I mean, she gets new gear.
If I expend any more ether, I swear I will blink out of existence. I need a bite to eat.
Some Archon loaf, maybe? There it is.
Tataru, a cup of tea, if you would be so kind. And something sweet.
By Mistress Kryle's exhausted state, may I assume that the ward hath been restored?
Indeed. We succeeded in weaving it anew, albeit at a slightly diminished potency than when I had Becklug's assistance. It is no cause for concern, though. The tower is not easily reached, never mind breached. And even should some few succeed, their presence won't escape my notice.
Excellent. Said duty thus discharged, thou art free to go wheresoever thy fancy taketh thee. Upon which note, hast thou perchance come to a decision? The offer remaineth open.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass.
If you're certain that's what you... I mean, if you think I...
All bashful. Yeah, Graha, really? Well, this doesn't have the... I would add a question mark and an exclamation point to it.
Right. I accept. Henceforth, I shall count myself a scion of the Seventh Dawn. Grahatia, at your service. When I was a boy, many long years ago, I yearned to stand tall as the heroes of Eld. But, like a fool, seeking to pluck the stars from the heavens, my every attempt to reprise their deeds fell short.
Help! Somebody help! Hippogriffs! Hippogriffs on the rampage! A giant flock of them! Please, we need help!
I could do with a little rampage myself.
What? Now wait, just a...
I love this shot.
Here we go again.
I will join the fray when I've finished my tea.
Thus did the Avatar of Destruction descend, and in her wake leave naught but tears and ash.
And then, one day, an all but forgotten dream from my youth stood before me, in the flesh.
This is such a great ending. Like it feels like this should have been it for the expansion, you know? I mean, it is kind of technically, but
So it was that a new adventure began.
bored.
The memory of a dying world's end. Night after night. And I thought it but a tired old dream.
I say, I knew that securing the palace would provide your radiance with depressingly little sport, but that you should fall asleep out of boredom.
This is where we see his crazy side.
Splendid. Truly splendid. And my own preparations, you will be pleased to hear, proceed apace. Oh, yes. They proceed very well indeed. Frighteningly so. And we owe it not least of all to this singularly useful body I chanced to find. With the Populares now all but destroyed, it will be the simplest of tasks to discredit their groundless assertions that I met with a grisly end. And as the very much alive Lord of House Brutus, I have a vast fortune at my disposal. Ah, money, 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 the great motivator. There is simply no better way to move men and expedite plans than with its alluring glint. Would you not agree? But wait, were we not acquainted, you and I? Should our familiarity cause you distress, I beg your forgiveness.
He doesn't care.
What did you say your name was?
Oh, a dagger through my heart! That my deepest desire should forever remain unfulfilled, to live unrecognized, to die forgotten. Oh.
Dramatically
So
obnoxious.
Whatever this flesh may have been before, it serves only as a vessel now. And I, faithful Fandaniel, labor only to advance my lord's ambitions. Speaking of which, with the palace in our hands, we may now proceed with the next phase of the plan. But how very odd. Despite all our havoc wreaking, old Elidibus did not deign to appear. Dare I hope that the last of the unsundered is gone? Imagine it! Bound no more by the shackles of mouldering memories of damnable duty, free at last to live for the moment!
I wonder if Xenos finds him as obnoxious as everybody else does.
Your radiance. But give the word, and I shall go forth and prepare for you your hunting ground.
That which awaited was a fell beast. Ferocious, ravenous, remorseless. Do as you will. It has been too long, my friend, and insufferably dull in your absence. When you return to me, you will share everything. Every blow will be a story unto itself. Every triumph, every kill. Rest assured, we shall have a fitting stage for our reunion. Oh yes, to reprise that transcendent moment, I will set this world ablaze. And we shall dance before the pyre.
Just two crazy-ass people.
The beast shall kindle the flames of the apocalypse. Into its domain shall the hero set forth, for the final chapter in the tale of this star.
We've been receiving some worrying intelligence on the Empire, but with the place in a shambles as it is, it's taken longer than usual to verify the facts. I suggest you rest up in the meantime. Thanks to your reports, I had known that all was well in the Source, but there was no relief like seeing our comrades again with my own eyes. If possible, I should like to thank Estinian in person for the help he lent us while we were away, but it seems he has not been heard from of late. Such is his way. Well, until such time as we meet again, I shall ever pray for his well-being. and take the absence of tidings as a good sign, as I do with our friends in the first. While things are quiet, I think I'll move my body around some more. Need to get it used to the new tricks I learned in the first. To that end, I'll round up Hori and his crew for a spot of sparring. Oh, and Graha too. In my capacity as his senior, I'm obligated to train him as well. I'm told Raha has shed with some of the tenseness he had as the Crystal Exarch. If you ask me, he's more relaxed than he's ever been. Why, the Raha of old would leap down from a high place just to make a dynamic appearance. Something someone did in some epic or other, and Alphina wasn't so different. Still, I'm glad to have them back safe and sound, boyish insecurities and all. Everyone likes the garments I prepared for them. The time I spent polishing my skills wasn't in vain. In case you're wondering, Graha Tia's is an outfit suited for traveling, while his weapon uses a piece of the crystal tower as the focus. Brilliant, right? Now, I know we probably shouldn't go around chipping bits off Allegan relics, but it was just one little piece. If you are looking for Isildur and Allegan, they're off to Doma to visit Home. In his entire time with us, I don't think I've ever seen Isildur so alive as when he set out. They're all back. I don't think they were around the entire time that we've been back since 5.0. The Archons have scarcely returned and already Sister is at it again. However this plays out, I pity the newcomer. When I was tasked with holding the fort, the silence of the place was unnerving at times. Strange to say that it is amidst this ceaseless clamor that I feel most at peace. Hear, hear, brother. If Graha Tia is skilled in all forms of combat, as they say, we must train hard if we are to keep up. Not only have the Archons returned to us, but a capable new comrade has joined the fold besides. Their presence shall inspire us to ever greater heights. They're smitten with the newcomer, the both of them, but I won't let him come between us. If he were to join us, on the other hand... Ugh. Ah, you're back. Tell me, Lavenza, do you think I was excessively familiar earlier in my tone and mannerisms? I think it better to be familiar than formal if we are to be comrades. But now I worry that it may have detracted from the gratitude and respect I harbor for everyone. Perhaps we might consider it a nod to my regrettably less than humble beginnings. Yes, that will do. Being free to live as one pleases is not without its challenges. In a way, it was easier when I had a mission that consumed my every waking moment. It provided me with a focus, a constant push in a singular direction. By the way, was casting spells always so draining? I had quite forgotten what it was like to do it without the tower. I've rarely felt so exhausted or hungry. Yet, if all I did was bend the bow, I would be of limited use to you on your adventures, so I shall persevere. Oh, I guess he used a bow at the time, if I remember correctly. Whoever I might have been before, I am now a scion, and an inexperienced scion at that. A green initiate, eager to learn how best to contribute to the cause, that he might follow in the footsteps of his inspiration. Welcome aboard, Graha. Graha T is now available as a trust companion. And so ends part 3. Thank you for watching this video. Tonight's stream was just cleaning up what we had left of 5.3, which wasn't a whole lot, but was also more than I was expecting. So I'm actually kind of glad I eventually broke 5.3 up into 2 nights. I kind of wish I had broken it up earlier on the first night, stopped a little bit earlier. Because I think, as I had said in the previous outros, I didn't really enjoy the last bit of the previous stream just because I was so tired and kind of lack of focus. But tonight was much better, and 5.3 is just, I mean, it's an amazing patch. It's a long patch. But it's an amazing one. The story in it is just amazing, and like I don't know if you could have a more perfect ending to an expansion, because the 0.3s are kind of technically the end of the expansion, and it was just phenomenal. So yeah, we've got 5.4 and 5.5 almost done with Shadowbringers and ready for Endwalker. So yeah, I look forward to it. So if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to join me live for whatever post Final Fantasy XIV shenanigans I'm up to, and I'm still going to continue to play and stream Final Fantasy XIV. It's just not as much of it. But anyway, if you want to come and join me for that, the link to my Twitch is in the description down below. Thank you again for watching, and have a good one.